Do you ever find yourself caught up in conversations where everything revolves around someone else's achievements, experiences, or appearance? You might be dealing with a narcissist. Identifying these individuals early on can save you from potential emotional roller coasters and help you navigate relationships more effectively. Here are 7 clues to spot the narcissist in your life before things get too complicated. The ego overdrive. Narcissists have an insatiable need for admiration and validation. If you notice someone constantly steering conversations toward their own accomplishments, talents, or superior qualities, be wary. The narcissist's ego tends to dominate interactions, leaving little room for anyone else. Imagine being at a friend's birthday party, excited to share your recent achievements. As you begin to talk about your accomplishments, you notice a certain individual in the group consistently redirecting the conversation back to themselves. They interject with stories of their own triumphs, talents, and seemingly superior qualities, effortlessly overshadowing the celebratory atmosphere. In this scenario, the narcissist's ego is like a loudspeaker, drowning out the collective joy and turning the spotlight solely on them. The interaction becomes a one-sided narrative, leaving little room for genuine celebration and connection with others. Narcissists tend to cultivate relationships that serve their agenda, rather than fostering genuine connections. If you notice a pattern of superficial interactions, where conversations lack depth or sincerity, it could be indicative of a narcissistic approach to relationships. Lack of empathy. Pay attention to how the person responds to your feelings or struggles. A narcissist often struggles to empathize with others, dismissing emotions that don't align with their own. If you find yourself facing a lack of genuine understanding or support, it could be a red flag. A narcissist's limited capacity for empathy may manifest as a barrier to providing meaningful support, further emphasizing their self-centric approach to relationships. In such instances, it becomes crucial to recognize the imbalance and consider whether the relationship is genuinely nurturing and supportive, or if it's primarily cantered around the narcissist's own needs and perspective. Keep an eye out for subtle manipulation tactics. Narcissists often employ manipulative strategies to control situations and people around them. This may include guilt-tripping, gaslighting, or using emotional tactics to achieve their desired outcomes. Picture yourself making plans with a friend and expressing a desire to do something different for a change. A narcissistic individual might subtly employ guilt-tripping by emphasizing how much they prefer the usual routine or insinuating that your suggestion is inconvenient for them. This tactic aims to subtly shift the decision-making process in their favor while making you feel responsible for any potential discomfort. Recognizing these manipulative behaviors is crucial in maintaining autonomy within relationships and preventing the subtle erosion of your own preferences and boundaries. If you find yourself consistently yielding to the other person's wishes due to such tactics, it may be indicative of a manipulative dynamic that warrants further consideration. Boundary busters. Narcissists tend to disregard personal boundaries. If someone consistently invades your personal space, ignores your requests, or seems oblivious to your discomfort, they might be displaying narcissistic traits. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect for each other's boundaries. Imagine discussing a sensitive topic with a friend, hoping for a listening ear and support, but this friend consistently interrupts, dismisses your concerns, and invades your personal space by getting uncomfortably close. Despite your explicit requests for some space and understanding, they seem indifferent to your discomfort, prioritizing their own opinions and needs over your feelings. Their disregard for personal boundaries becomes evident, creating an imbalance that can strain the fabric of a healthy relationship built on mutual respect. Recognizing these signs is crucial in preserving one's well-being and maintaining relationships that contribute positively to personal growth and fulfillment. Constructive criticism is a natural part of personal growth, but narcissists struggle to accept any form of criticism. If you find that the person becomes defensive, dismissive, or reacts with anger when faced with feedback, it may be an indication of narcissistic tendencies. The charm offensive. Narcissists are often skilled at charming those around them, especially in the initial stages of a relationship. If someone showers you with excessive compliments, gifts, or grand gestures early on, be cautious. This charm offensive can be a tactic to gain your admiration and loyalty quickly. Consider a scenario where you meet someone new who seems almost too good to be true. They shower you with compliments about your every attribute, inundate you with extravagant gifts, and orchestrate elaborate displays of affection. While these gestures may initially sweep you off your feet, it's important to discern whether this overwhelming charm is genuine or a carefully crafted facade designed to swiftly forge a bond. Narcissists often deploy this charm offensive to quickly establish themselves as the center of your world, seeking admiration and validation. By creating an illusion of perfection and showering you with attention, they aim to secure your loyalty and admiration early in the relationship. However, as time progresses, this charm can fade, revealing a more self-centered and manipulative nature underneath. Therefore, being wary of such initial overtures allows you to approach new relationships with a discerning eye, taking the time to evaluate the authenticity of the connection, rather than being swayed solely by surface-level charm. It's essential to prioritize building a relationship based on mutual respect, shared values, and genuine connection, rather than falling prey to superficial displays of affection that might mask deeper issues in the long run. Narcissists may exhibit selective hearing, focusing only on what serves their narrative or interests. If you notice that your concerns or opinions are consistently ignored or brushed aside, it could be a sign that the person is more interested in their perspective than yours. One-Upmanship. No matter what story you share, a narcissist will have a better, more exciting version of it. This one-upmanship reflects their constant need to be the center of attention. If you find yourself in a never-ending competition for the spotlight, it's time to take a step back. Paradoxically, behind that mask of confidence, narcissists often harbor fragile self-esteem. Criticism, even if constructive, can trigger defensive reactions or extreme deflection. Understanding that a narcissist's confidence may be a shield for deep-seated insecurities can provide valuable insights. Let's say you're sharing a story among friends about an adventurous trip you recently took. You describe the stunning landscapes, the thrilling activities, and the sense of wonder you experienced. As you finish, a person known for their narcissistic tendencies jumps in, immediately recounting a similar trip, but embellishing it with extravagant details and seemingly outlandish adventures. It becomes a pattern. Every anecdote you share is met with a more elaborate, grandiose version from them. Entitlement attitude. Narcissists often believe they deserve special treatment and are entitled to privileges that others aren't. If you notice someone acting as though the rules don't apply to them, or they're above common courtesies, you might be dealing with a narcissistic personality. Moreover, narcissists can display unpredictable mood swings, often tied to their need for external validation. If someone's mood drastically changes based on the level of attention or admiration they receive, it might be a clue that their emotional stability is dependent on external factors. Imagine having a colleague named Alex who consistently exhibits entitlement and a disregard for common rules and courtesies. Alex often arrives late to meetings, expecting others to accommodate their schedule, and routinely dismisses established procedures, asserting that these rules don't apply to them. This behavior suggests a sense of entitlement, with Alex believing they deserve special treatment and privileges beyond what is afforded to their colleagues. In addition to their entitlement, Alex displays unpredictable mood swings tied to the need for external validation. On days when they receive praise or admiration for their work, Alex is elated, cheerful, and cooperative. However, if attention shifts away from them, or if they perceive a lack of acknowledgement, their mood takes a sharp downturn. They become irritable, distant, and sometimes even openly critical of others. This pattern reveals that Alex's emotional stability is contingent on external factors such as attention and validation. Their unpredictable mood swings become a clear indicator of a narcissistic personality. As their sense of self-worth is intricately linked to the level of admiration they receive from those around them. A lack of reciprocity. Healthy relationships thrive on give and take. If you consistently find yourself doing all the giving while receiving little in return, it's a warning sign. Narcissists tend to prioritize their own needs and desires, often neglecting the needs of those around them. Always check someone's history of relationships. Narcissists often leave a trail of broken connections as they struggle to maintain healthy, reciprocal bonds. If you notice a pattern of short-lived or tumultuous relationships in someone's past, it's worth considering whether narcissistic traits are at play. Picture yourself in a relationship with someone who constantly expects and demands your support, attention, and effort, yet rarely reciprocates. You find yourself continuously giving, whether it's emotional support, time, or energy, without receiving much in return. Your partner consistently prioritizes their own needs and desires, often dismissing or overlooking your emotional needs or requests. Despite your efforts to maintain a balanced and mutually fulfilling relationship, you notice a pattern when delving into their past relationships. They seem to have a history of short-lived connections or messy breakups, with a trail of broken bonds left behind. Reflecting on their relationship history, you realize that many of their previous connections lacked longevity and struggled to sustain healthy dynamics. Recognizing this pattern becomes a crucial indicator to consider whether narcissistic traits are at play. Identifying narcissistic traits early can empower you to make informed decisions about the relationships you choose to invest in. Remember, it's not about labeling someone, but rather recognizing behaviors that may lead to unhealthy dynamics. By being aware of these clues, you can navigate social circles more efficiently and foster connections with individuals who value and respect you. Your stories and experiences with narcissistic manipulation are powerful. Share in the comments and let others know they're not alone. By understanding the tactics of a narcissist, we can safeguard against their snares. If this resonates, give a thumbs up, share, and subscribe for more insights. Remember, you deserve love and respect. Stand strong, and until our next deep dive, take care.